today's video, I'm going to talk about the challenges of living as an expat in a foreign country. I hope you enjoy it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about some of the challenges you might face while living in a foreign country. So I hope you enjoy this video and I hope you find it helpful. The first thing that I faced and the first challenge you might face is all of a sudden you have no personal support system right there. Sure, you're going to meet friends and sure you're going to meet co-workers and things like that. But when you first arrive in a country and you don't come with a spouse or a significant other or kids or something, you're going to be alone and your family's going to be thousands of miles away. So it's going to be a challenge for you, and you're going to have to make an effort to stay connected with those friends and family that are important to you. Now, granted, today it's a lot easier. You can FaceTime. I FaceTime with my parents at least weekly, and with some of my friends I FaceTime. I talk to them. We text back and forth all the time. But it's more challenging than just being able to go down the street and see them or things like that. So you really have to make an effort to stay in touch with them, especially if your parents are like mine and they're a little bit older. It's sometimes difficult. Sometimes they're technologically challenged, so I try to make it as easy as possible for them to communicate with me. And we find that simply using iMessage and FaceTime is really the simplest thing. But you can use WhatsApp. You can have a Zoom call. I've watched movies on Zoom and Discord with people, just hanging out, and that's fun too. So you just need to make an effort to stay in touch with the people that you care about. Another thing you need to keep in mind is when you move to a new country, it's going to be a little difficult to make friends. I've experienced it here in Germany a little bit, especially with Germans themselves. It's a little harder to get to know Germans than, say, your typical American living next door to you. They tend to be a little bit more reserved, and if you don't speak the language, they already have a group of friends that they talk with and that they can communicate with without having to, even if they speak English, it's more of an effort for them to talk to you and to get to know you. Some of them, frankly, don't want to put that effort into it, or, if they're not comfortable speaking English and you don't speak German, why should you expect them to speak in your language when you're in their home, right? And if they're not super comfortable speaking English, then they may just not try. So building relationships can be difficult. And a thing that'll make this easier for you is just try to learn the language of whatever country you're going to as quickly as you can. Take an intensive class. If you're going to university, take the language courses that the university offers. Here in Germany, all I pay for my university program is a student fee every term. So I try to take as much language courses as I can. Not just German, but I'm going to take Polish. I might take French down the road. But just use the resources you have to learn the language, and it'll help you to be able to make friendships as well. Now, building on the friendship theme and getting to know people, working here in a foreign country might be a little different as well. The only example I have is here in Germany, where coworkers don't necessarily hang out after work. So, you may get to know your coworkers. Just don't think they're rude if they don't hang out with you after work, because that's, not necessarily a typical thing for them to do. As far as working goes, you need to expect to adjust to a different work culture. Say you're from America and you're used to working 60 hours a week and you don't take your lunch and yada yada, and you say move to France where the work culture is completely different, you may be in for a little bit of a culture shock. So you need to adjust to your new work environment, and that'll help you get along with your coworkers a lot better too. So just be prepared that work cultures are different wherever you go. A work culture in Japan is going to be different than a work culture in Spain. So just be prepared for that. Now, homesickness is a real thing as well. Part of this has to do with you being alone and being far from your family. And another part of it is being in a new culture, in a completely new environment. So the best thing you can do would really be just to get out and explore and just soak up as much of the local culture as you can. That'll really help you to overcome that homesickness and to make you feel more at home. One of the problems that a lot of us face as expats is constantly being the outsider. Now, I've said it before, I think I could live here for 20 years and I would still be an Auslander. I would still be an American living in Germany, at least inside my own head. Other people might not view me that way, but I think I'll always be an outsider no matter where I go, and I'm okay with that. But you just got to be prepared for the fact that homesickness is real. It's not just a made-up thing, and everything you can do, like getting out there and meeting people and soaking up as much of the culture as you can, will help combat that homesickness. Another thing you're going to have to realize as an expat is that where you're going, the pace of life is completely different. If you're from New York City, say, and you move to Spain, where they have 2-hour lunches or they eat dinner at 9 or 10 at night, you have to adjust to this different pace of life. And if you're like me, you'll find it super refreshing to not have to be hurry, hurry, hurry. And when you go to a restaurant, you're not hurried to eat and get out so they can turn the tables over. When you go to a meal in Paris or you go to a meal in Madrid or wherever, the pace is, you're there at your pace. You know, you'll take a 2-hour dinner. The wait staff won't constantly pester you and bother you for refills and get you your check super quick and things like that. So you can sit there and enjoy your company and take your time and eat and just enjoy life. So just be prepared for a different pace of life than what you may be used to. So guys, these are just a few of the challenges that come with living as an expat in a foreign country. If you are an expat, let me know what challenges you faced in the comments below. And if you're thinking about moving to a foreign country, what are some of the things you're scared of? Let me know in the comments below as well. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you go ahead and do so. And hit the bell icon so you'll get notice when I post new videos. Until next time guys, I will see you later.